Bugs, 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 bugs. Hello, Internet. It's your old pal down in the well, and today we're going to talk about slugs. Slugs! I've discovered that if I go out around 10 p.m. every night, I see these little bastards. So at this point, you might be saying, hey dude, I've never seen a slug in my backyard. I don't know what you're talking about. Well, that may be true, but perhaps you've seen them on the big screen? You would have if you've ever seen the movie Slugs, which came out in 1988.
Slugs. First, they got into the water system. Now they'll get into your system.
Oh my God!
Boy, oh boy, is this movie B.A.
We're dealing with a mutant form of slug here, a kind that eats meat.
Actually, it's not that bad. 3 out of 6 legs would recommend to my friends. But it gets better. If a schlocky horror film about flesh-eating slugs wasn't enough to whet your palate.
Yummy!
This film was based on a best-selling 200-page novel of the same name from 1982, Slugs. This book sold over 500,000 copies. Can you believe it? 500,000 copies of Slugs? What on earth were people thinking in 1982? You never heard of it? No kidding. People say it's absolutely terrible, but you're just gonna have to take my word for it because I personally don't read books, well, about flesh-eating slugs, of course. Unsurprisingly, slugs show up all over the place in sci-fi and fantasy stuff, like these granite slugs from Star Wars. These are jelly slugs from Harry Potter. Apparently, they're not slugs at all. It's a type of candy. But I don't really know about that because I don't read books about wizards, of course. I do, however, watch cartoons. There were some very charming slugs in the DreamWorks movie Flushed Away that the internet has a fascination with. The television show Futurama has a parasitic brain slugs, and of course, the party animal Slurms McKenzie alongside all of the other disgusting little slugs that worked in the Slurm factory. Yes, these slugs happen to be aliens, but that is okay, because I like Futurama, I approve. Supposedly there's a really mouthy slug in some movie called Epic that I have not seen and I have not heard about.
You know you're not insulting me, right? You're just grossing me out.
You've been warned.
Ow! But I'm sure it's very, very good. Then there's this fresh little fella from the movie Monsters University. But everybody knows slugs are not monsters. Unless they're in the movie Slugs, in which case they are flesh-eating monsters. There's a character in the X-Men comics named Maggot who gets nutrients slipped to him from these 2 gross little slugs. That's what gives him his powers. It's a little strange even for the mutant series, but I guess that's just the way it goes. If you think about it too long, it's technically he's not a mutant at all. It's the slugs that are the mutants. I mean, he's just some guy who has slugs on him. That's weird, but that doesn't make you a mutant, you know? I mean, let's show some respect here. In addition to popping up in all sorts of indie comics and web comics on the internet, slugs show up a few times in some timeless Far Side comics by Gary Larson. It's a salty lake, get it? Oh I forgot to talk about the salt. So that's it. I am sure I've missed some very important stuff. If you want to know more about slugs, go ahead and send me a PM, a DM, an AM, an FM, okay? Leave a comment and I'll do my best to respond.